My little niece, she was born with only 10% eyesight in her right eye. She has right eye that is blue and left eye that is black. She went through her first surgery when she was 1 month old and second surgery when she was 1 year old. But she is like the embodiment of love and joy. She goes around spreading so much love and joy. She's like a hug therapist. And once my younger sister was holding her in her arms, and immediately my niece, she just made this sound at me. I was like, great. And my younger sister, bad girl. Don't do that. That's a bad girl. I tell my younger sister, you have no idea what trauma this girl has been through and what pressure she might be holding in herself that she's trying to release with sounds. You don't know, she might get bullied when she grows up. She might need to have some fierce lioness or Kali energy in her. And she's being brought up in a very patriarchal culture and especially patriarchal family. She's going to need that. Then I turn at her and I do. And she gives me this smile. She's like, you see me. You can see me. You can meet me. And after that, every time we met, she used to like, when it is like she comes to visit us and she looks through the whole crowd and, okay, where is Archu? Where is Archu? She calls me Archu. Where is Archu? And then the moment our eyes meet, her greeting to me, like every time was, and then I would do, and then after that followed a hug or a kiss and everything else. But first greeting was always, and I would always tell her, where's my little Kali? Where's my little lioness? Where's my little Kali? Goddess Kali. That's the next story, and I bring that one from India. And I wanted the introduction to be my niece. When I was a little girl, I saw some intense violence against women and children in my extended family. And that really affected me, that feeling that I'm too frozen from fear that I cannot do anything. I can't scream, I can't go and protect her, and I can't go and protect the kid. I guess the seeds of doing the work that I'm doing right now was sown at that time. And in all the work that I do in my workshops, my students say that Goddess Kali Day is their favorite. So it's a very intense day. And I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm giving them the bitter medicine again. But after the bitter medicine is given, they look free. A little bit more free to be themselves than they did earlier. The gods and the demons always used to be at war with each other. And of course, gods were gods, so gods always won the war. But there was this one demon, Rakta Bija, the seed of the blood. Rakta Bija could not be destroyed by any of the gods. And the gods were really frustrated with this. And finally, Lord Indra says, nothing doing. We have to shake Shiva. Shiva is considered to be the god among gods. He is the strongest one of all of them. And he is always busy meditating in the Himalayas. He meditates for thousands of years, but he's the strongest one. So when the job cannot be done by any of the gods, he comes in. So Lord Indra says, okay, send the army to the Himalayas and wake him out of his meditation. And Shiva gets really, really angry. Whenever his meditation is disturbed, he gets so pissed off. And everybody's like literally shaking when they're going up to wake him up. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die tonight, am I not? But when they arrive and they try to wake him up, all ready to be like just run away like within a second, he can see through his third eye that they are here for help. So he says, listen, I know why you all are here. I can see that. And of course, I'm a god. I would love to help all the gods, but I cannot. Not with this particular demon, because this demon has a boon. The reason why he's called Rakta Bija, the seed of blood, because he got the boon that every drop of blood that falls on the ground will become more Rakta Bijas. So nobody can destroy him. So Shiva says, look, I know I'm a very strong god and I have my own strengths, but this particular demon requires a different kind of force, a different kind of energy that can meet him and destroy him. And that is not me, believe it or not. That is the empowered version of my wife, Shakti, Shiva and Shakti. So Shakti, so go find Durga, goddess Durga, in the forest and she can help you. So Lord Indra says, okay, go to the forest and bring goddess Durga here and I'll talk to her. And they all go, and there she's sitting there on the throne of her tiger. And they tell her, Lord Indra has called for you. And she says, I don't go to him. You can ask him to come to me. So Lord Indra was so desperate that he drops his arrogance and his ego and he says, okay, I'll come. So he goes and finds goddess Durga and he says, please, we really need your help. And in normal circumstances, Shiva is the one who saves us. But he said that this particular demon requires your energy. And goddess Durga says, yes, of course. This is for the gods and I would love to help you all. But believe it or not, this particular demon is too strong even for me, for this form of me, this Swaroop. We call this form, this Swaroop, this avatar. So for this, we will have to invoke the even fiercer version of myself. And that is goddess Kali. And the moment she says it, out from her third eye comes the fierce goddess Kali. And she does not wait for instructions. She does not wait for permission. She just takes her sword out and she goes hunting. She goes hunting in the forests and the mountains. She goes, hunts down Rakta Bija and starts destroying him left, right, and center. And then eventually she figures out there are lots of Rakta Bijas. She starts destroying them all. And finally, what she does is, as soon as the drop of blood is about to touch the ground, she starts drinking it up. And in no time, Rakta Bija was fully destroyed. But then Kali, her fuel is her rage, her anger. And she's so mad, she's so filled with rage, she has a garland of skulls around us. She has naked breasts and she has severed arms, skirt around her. She's a very fierce looking goddess. So she is now so possessed and so hypnotized by rage that she just can't seem to stop. So she goes on and on and on, destroying everything. And then all the gods say, oh my goodness, what have we done? And then they're all too petrified of going close to Kali. So they all go to Shiva. Shiva, your wife. Why don't you go and just, tame her and, take care of her and calm her down? And Shiva is like, really, like right now? Yeah, sure, I can do it. It's my wife, yeah, sure, I can do it. And then he comes and he starts uttering sweet nothings in her ears, like, oh, my beloved, if you come back soon, then I'll make sweet love to you on the Himalayas for like thousands of years. And she is so hypnotized, she just literally could not hear him. None of it ever happens to us, right? We are never hypnotized by so much by our emotions that we can't hear to, the good advice our friends are giving us, or, the good feedback. So yeah, we are not, only her. So he utters sweet nothings, and then he says, okay, I know what will get her attention. She totally digs my dance moves. So he starts doing his tandam nritya and classical dance and all that. He's dancing around her, jumping, dancing some more, trying to get her attention. Still, nothing works. So finally, what Shiva does is he lies down on the ground right in front of her. And when she's about to step on her husband's chest, she snaps out of her trance. And the world is safe again. The sword that she's piercing the demon with is the sword of love and light that is going to transform the demon into love and light. I used to think that why is the fiercest, the scariest looking goddess considered to be the most compassionate one of all the hundreds, thousands of goddesses that are there in Hindu mythology? Why her? Because she loves the demon enough to dare to go close to that demon. Nobody will go close to it, but she goes close. She not only goes close, she drinks up the drops of blood. She is transmuting his poison in her own body. Only a fiercely loving mother can do that. And also when Shiva is pure consciousness, pure presence and truth. When his strength of consciousness and truth and rationality, the masculine, divine masculine, comes in touch with the strength of the feminine, the power of emotions. All of us have been told, you have to control your emotions, everything else is good. You control your body, everything is okay. We are programmed to believe that only half of us is intelligent, is wise, and has some kind of power. The remaining half is not. So here, you see, when the two powers unite, you can use this power of rationality combined with emotions to bring big, huge transformations in the world. So journeying from the underworld of the darkness, we are making our way to the theme of love.